Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to The Obsession. I'm Carl Bethke.
I'm Mike Stadler.
And that is Mike Stadler. How you doing today, Mike?
I'm doing good.
Outstanding. Hey, late May already. Almost June, bro.
Yeah, it's almost bear hunting time, too.
Almost bear hunting
2
season.
weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yeah. Mike and I are heading up to Canada to do a little spring bear hunting.
Yeah, buddy.
/ summer bear hunting.
Yeah, buddy.
I can't wait, dude. All right. Well, that being said, what do you got over there for questions?
So we had somebody ask us about that antlerless deer harvest coming up in the southern part of the state. They're going to, or they're talking about implementing. I don't know if they did implement it or not.
Oh, you mean try and shoot more does?
Yeah.
Southern part of the state.
Similar to what that northern.
Well, so Wisconsin's a little different right now because of the wolf problem that we have up north, which is a huge problem. Huge.
Huge.
Yes.
H-U-G-E, big.
B-I-G, huge. They're really low deer numbers up there basically because of the wolves. A lot of predation also with the black bears, where the black bear numbers are high, and taking out the fawns. We've actually had some pretty mellow winters up there,
Yes.
which should have helped the deer herd, but seems to be a predator issue. That being said, here in southern Wisconsin, same thing. Really good winters and lots of deer. It's like two separate total entities there. So obviously we're going to try and take out more antlerless deer here in southern Wisconsin. Seems to be what we're pushing.
Right.
Again, I know in my county, where my land is, we will each get 4 doe tags. Again, for like the 5th year in a
Yeah, it's
row.
been a while though. It's been the same.
And I don't know what you guys get in this county. Two. So, and of course on both properties each year, we've had a fair amount of antlerless deer. Last year my property was way too high. We tried to take a few out. We took a couple out.
I had 12 of them in the field the other day when I planted corn.
Watching you while you were playing, going. Yep.
Does and fawns.
Yep. I had does, and there are fawns running around. They're really small right
little
now.
bitties.
But I had mature does, not that many, but I eliminated all my summer food except one spot. So that was a plan. You guys watch how that happens on small property layouts this year. Mike and I had planned that. We talked about it earlier in the year, and we've progressively been moving through that process, which we show on our small property layout show every Wednesdays. That being said, I think so far on my property it's working out pretty good. And obviously Mike told you how many antlerless deer he had here, but that being said, they do disperse because you've got cropland all the way around you.
Well, I think the biggest thing this year is, the 50 to the west of me is all rye.
Oh.
It's all green rye.
So they're here for the food.
So they're in there pounding the hell out of that.
Yeah.
So which is fine. They stay in there.
Yeah.
Get.
Well, they lay on you and
Yeah, they're all actually in that bedding area and coming out.
Yeah, I suppose.
Into that rye. So and then, that's the first year that's been that way.
Yeah.
Quite some time. So.
But here in southern Wisconsin, big push is to take out antlerless deer.
Yeah.
And I mean, you even see it right now on the sides of the road, dude. I mean, say I'm heading out to land or even coming here to your place. I mean, there was tons of antlerless deer. And right now the bucks are, some of the bucks are taller or whatever. You can tell if it's a buck or not laying on the side.
They're coming.
Yeah. But, yeah, a lot of antlerless deer being killed. And assume that 90% of them are actually mothers. So those fawns are going to die also.
Yeah. So it's a thing that I don't know. They were asking us what we think about it, and it's the same thing that we talk about doe harvest all the time. To me.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to try to monitor what you got, especially if you've got your private land that you're hunting. You got to try to keep your numbers, as close as you can.
Yeah.
There's no perfect way to do it, really.
Yeah.
But don't go kill 4 doe because you have 4 doe tags.
No.
Yeah,
and that's the big one. I mean, Honest truth, you have to educate yourself on what you have on a herd on the location you're hunting. I'll be honest about public land, you guys. My opinion on public land, if you're hunting meat and you're hungry and a doe comes by and you want to shoot it, shoot it.
Yeah.
And I do realize that there are lots of complaints about, we don't see that many deer on public and this, that, and the other thing. Well, a lot of it is because not so much that there aren't deer on the public land. The hunting abilities of the people around you sometimes cause issues with seeing deer. I guess I would say that.
Yeah.
Private land guys, like Mike said, you're going to have to assess your properties. And how do we go about assessing our properties? We use our cameras extensively on our properties for monitoring our deer herd.
Right.
The deer herd not only that stays on our property, but comes off and on. Because realize, just because it's your property, it's not like there's a giant fence around there and those are your deer.
Right.
The neighbor, what's the neighbor doing? What are all your neighbors doing? How are you going to affect that? Last year on your property is a great example. We had full intentions of shooting does.
Mm-hmm. We did not.
We did not shoot any does.
No.
And why did we not shoot any does?
Because when we tried, we couldn't kill any.
Well, there was that one. But we really only tried that one time. But how many does ended up at the end?
I want to say that I know for sure there was 8
Yeah.
that were taken off, right around me, next to me. So that's significant,
Yes.
obviously. And there was a couple hit, this early spring too. And
Yep.
so, even though, like I said, I seen 12 in the field a couple weeks ago, but
Right.
we'll see what's here when the time comes.
Yeah. And when we normally start monitoring our deer herd is basically July.
Yeah, July. I don't even have any cameras out yet anymore.
No, me either. But that's kind of what we were thinking about the does.
Because you're, the southern hunt isn't nowhere near like what they want to do with the northern one. So.
No. Yeah. The northern hunt, basically, they're going to shut down. There's areas they're going to shut down antlerless harvests altogether.
Yep.
Which I agree with.
Mm-hmm.
Until we get a chance. Now I hear we're having a chance to hopefully have a wolf hunt. But we'll see how that all works out.
Right.
But that being said, we do to raise the numbers of animals altogether. You leave the does alone. To lower the numbers, you take out does, and the reason you take out does is for every doe you shoot, you're probably taking out 3 deer total, because she's probably going to have twins in the spring. So that's something that you kind of have to monitor yourself. And if you have an opportunity to talk to your neighbors about it and everybody agrees, I think that's a great way to do things too.
That's the best way all around if you want to shoot deer. If you want to shoot bucks, you got to kind of know what those doe populations are anyway.
Yeah.
So, you have 4 tags, doesn't mean you shoot 4. Maybe you do have to shoot 4.
Maybe not.
You got to shoot 8, maybe you got to shoot 12, I don't know.
Right.
But you gotta kind of know what you're dealing with before you can make that call, in my opinion.
Yeah, and the way to do that is educate yourself on it.
Right.
And, I guess, again, on public deal, how do you educate yourself on public?
It's hard to.
It's going to be hard.
You can't control anything in public.
Right, and you can't control anybody because everybody's got the right to hunt.
Yeah.
So it's a little more difficult on public land. Hence why the DNR has such an issue with trying to monitor the deer herd.
Correct.
So I guess that being said, that kind of covers the whole thing, right?
Right.
Yeah, so we appreciate the question. If you guys get a chance, you want to subscribe to the channel, be able to hit the Reaper right down here in the lower right-hand corner. If you guys want to listen on the podcast, check us out at Spotify,
RSS.com,
Google,
iHeart,
Apple,
Amazon.
check out our pretty faces right here, YouTube.
Yeah, buddy.